finally worked. Hi, sweetie pies. Nice to see you. Hello. How is everybody doing? How was everybody's day? How was everybody's day today? Was it good, not good? No notification, Juanson. Oh my God. How was everybody's day? Just 1 second. We're going to start with the DM. How was everybody's day today? Was it good, not good? No notification, Juanson. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Just 1 second. We're going to start with the DM. All right. You had an odd day, hence why you purchased a reading. Okay. Well, all right. Let's go see what's happening with the odd day. All right. Okie dokie. So let me just go into the list. We are going to start this off with a DM. La 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 la. Let me just. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it's been a long day. I had such a day. Honestly, I think I don't sleep enough. Let me just go into the list. I sleep like 3-4 hours a night. I'm not used to this back to school kind of schedule. And today, I was adding water into my pool because I felt there was missing a little bit of water. I actually forgot it there for hours. Like my pool almost overflowed. And when I brought back my 2 youngest to school, I'm not used to bringing my 3rd one to a different school at a later time, and I completely forgot he was at home. I was taking care of the lawn and everything else, and I'm like, oh my God, did I bring him back to school? It's been one of those days. So voila, that was my day. Let me do this. You hear an echo? Okay, hold on a second, okay? Hold on. And everything else, and I'm like, oh my God, let's do this. Did I bring him back to school? It's been one of those days. Let me know if it's good. That was my day. What do you mean good to see me? Oh, partially, yeah, because you can only see the hounds. I was like, why partially? Why are you half happy to see me? Let's do this. All right, here we go. So we're going to start this off. I'm just going to do this over here. I'm going to do that. Lilith, I don't know if you got my message. I'm going to get back to you later. Just let me know if the echo is all gone and everything is good. We are going to start this off with our dear friend DM. So here we go, my love. Here we go. Let's do this, let's do that, and voila. Okay, so I do have you over here, my beautiful Anna. You're going to be... Okay, so I do have a DM. I have MZ. I have our beautiful Anna. And then I also have our beautiful Mimi. ND, I've got you also. Okay, I'm fixing up this list. DM followed out by ND. This is N, it's about George, all right, if you're here into the chat. So DM, ND, MZ, Anna, and Mimi. That's the list that we have at this moment. Let's move on forward and get to it. So DM, is there anything that you need to know? let's go and figure this out together, sweetie pie. Anything that you need to know into the following 5 days, good or bad. Thank you everybody for joining us, and thank you everybody for your beautiful patience as usual. If you guys have been looking up into the sky, you're probably seeing that this is close to a full moon that's going to be appearing for us. It is on its way, and we're going to start to feel its effects starting tomorrow. So manifest, manifest, and manifest is all I have to say. As we move on forward, here we go. So, all right, here we go. All right, so I do have over here, I do have that, I do have that, I do have this, and I do have that. Okay, sweetie, you're into a period where you're working really, really hard. There's going to be conflicts at work. Something is, well, I feel like there's conflicts happening, well, into your mind a little bit. I'm going to say at work, things are not going the way that you want them to. I feel like the energy is not 100% there like you would like them to be. But I feel like there's going to be somewhat of a conflict. And I feel like the conflict is arising not at work. Yes, work is not going the way that you would like it to. I feel like we would like to have a transition. We'd like to have a change. If you could, honestly, you would just start on over into a different place. Better pay. And, you know, if you didn't have to do all the research and start all over. So that being said, you're sticking where you're at, and that's okay. It's just I feel like it's more difficult. I feel like you're putting a lot of work in, but really just not necessarily getting any recognition or any real movement. I don't see any real problems happening at work. You still do have some people you do have to watch out for, but they're constant. There's gonna always be some people into your life that you're always gonna have to be careful for. You know, when it's family or when it's friends, we get rid of the bad energies. We don't want no bad friends around us, right? But when it's work, we kind of have to keep them around unless we change jobs. But that's not always a possibility. So I'm going to say, try to keep your energy within you. Keep everything within you. You. And that's it. Try not to be too much of an extrovert, which I don't believe that you necessarily are, but don't give out too much information neither. Things are stagnant at work, but stagnant onto the low. Again, like I said, not necessarily getting what it is that you want. However, I'm going to say be careful relationship-wise. So family, friends, be careful. I feel like there could be tension and it could be easy to come into a conflict. I'm not saying I'm seeing an outright conflict right away, but there's a very strong possibility of conflicting opinions that could create somewhat a little bit of some chaos. So I'm going to say be careful for that. Other than that, I'm going to say I feel like the week is going to go fairly well. I think the last 2 weeks I said things were going pretty good for you. So this week I'm going to say we're hitting a little bit of a downfall, but it's not all that much of a downfall. Like I said, things at work are mostly stagnant, and if we're able to kind of catch on before it actually happens over here, this energy, then we're going to be okay. We're going to kind of avoid the whole conflict, right? So Spirit's advice over here is stay within you, and things will go quite well. Let me know if you have any other questions, sweetie. Hi, Big Cleo. Nice to see you. I'm going to add you right over here, my love. You are going to be up in about 30 minutes, though, sweetie pie. Yes. And I'm just going to go and see if they are on PayPal also, okay? DM, my sweet love. You let me know if there's anything else that I can do for you. Anything. You just let me know. All right? I'm just going to go and see 1 second if I do have... I do. Your questions are here, beautiful Big Cleo. So it is perfect, sweetie. Love it. Okay. Do I have ND? Do I have Natalia? I'm just going to call you Natalia. Is Natalia around? Please do let me know if you're somewhere around, because you're going to be on up next. And if you're not here, we'll leave you a timestamp. All right. Here we go. let's do this. And voila. So we do have our beautiful Natalia who is with us. Not quite. So we're going to leave a timestamp. We're going to go and look at that at this moment. Okay. Okay. So, just 1 second. Natalia is going to need a timestamp. If there's anything else, my beautiful DM, you just, my dear, just let me know. Okay, sweetie pie, just let me know as usual. So this is going to be for Natalia. I do want to write your name correctly. Yes, that's it. Natalia D. All right, and this is going to be at 11:15. Julie, let us know if you're around, sweetie pie. Okay, if you're around, it's perfect, and if you're not, I'll go and find you. So hold on, let's go and see Natalia. Hey, this was last night. Yeah, this was last night, sweetie. I don't know when you sent this out, but this was not answered. This was late last night. Okay, so that makes sense why Natalia's not here. Let's go and see what we've got going on. I am going to send a message out to Julie, so just 1 moment. I'm going to let Julie know. Okay, message sent out to Julie. All right. So, G and you just got into a fight, is going to reach out, and will you get past this? Let's go see. And I'm so sorry, sweetie. Hopefully you're going to come on forward and come and get your answers, okay? Let me just send a message out over here because I don't want to forget about it, and I don't want her to think it. We didn't answer her in any kind of way. So Natalia, if you are here, I'm just writing to you. Okay, here we go. Message sent out. At least she'll know that she will have her answers. Would have hate for her to think that we never answered her. Okay, so what's going to be happening over here, my love? You got into a fight with G and you're wondering what's going to be happening. So Julie is next, and I know that you're going to be here if you're not already here. Anna, just let us know if you're here also. So Julie and Anna are going to be the following readings. Then we also have Mimi and Big Cleo. So the Hermit, the Queen of Cups, and our King of Wands. Is this the end? Because basically this is what you're wondering. Is it going to be the end of it all? Right? No, it's not the end of it all. Everything's going to be okay, sweetie. So I am, however, going to go and take some more cards out onto this King of Wands because I feel like there's going to be some movement coming towards you. Although at this moment you don't. So you can definitely expect that there is going to be a couple days where there's not going to be all that much conversation. Because we are into a place where, quite frankly, we're hurt, we're kind of frustrated, we don't really quite know what to do. So I feel like we're hoping for the very best, but what is going to happen? We don't truly know. We don't really know the route to get to it neither, but we would like to. So I'm going to say this. Are you going to get past this? My Emperor is clearly saying that it's a yes. My King of Wands is clearly saying that it's a yes. Now, my Queen of Cups wants this also. Now, the King is more of an action-oriented. You're more into your love, into your feelings, into your thoughts. Our Emperor is somebody who likes to take, if you will, that position. We need to stand up tall. We want to be right. We want to be, they can be a little bit, egocentric in different kind of ways. But anyhow, they are quite strong and they want to be the ones who are actually going to be making the movement. So will you get past it? I shall say yes. Is it going to take a couple days? Probably a good 4 or 5 days, but everything's going to be okay. You're going to be able to pass through this. But quite honestly, I feel like we need to work through this more, because now, yes, he's going to be making that movement. And yes, you're going to have that reconnection. However, this is not the first time that you guys have gone through this little pattern over here from what I can see. And that's okay. It's part of learning. It's part of growing. It's part of becoming better partners. But it's part of becoming better partners. Make sure that the communication comes on through before the fight actually gets to it. So if you see that you've been a little bit into a pattern, which I feel like you guys are a little bit into a pattern, try to break the pattern of conflict so you can work through the communication to a better way, so you don't have 4 or 5 days off or where you wonder what's going to be happening and everything of the such. All right? That's going to be really important, sweetie. So, are you going to get past this? Absolutely, my beautiful love. Everything is going to be okay. And I'm going to give you some Hermit messages to go along with it. So, Hermit, it is. Julie and Anna are going to be on up next. We still love you, you see? Ace of Cups. But we need you to wait for us, sweetie. We want to hold you. My love, he still loves you. He's just being pig-headed. Everything's going to be okay. I'm sending much love to you, sweetie. Julie. I'm going to go to make sure that you're into the chat. And I'm going to go and get your questions. So here we go. Questions. Okay, so I mentioned that he was having some issues with work. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's having I feel like he's having issues. Let me just go see if you're here. Yeah, you are. Perfect. Okay, Annalyn is here too. Perfect. Thank you, sweetie. Hello, Marina. Nice to see you, my love. So, yes. Hold on. Okay. All right. I feel like he's been having a lot of transitional problems, is what I'm saying. It's like if he's into a place that he likes to be into and he does enjoy it, but at the very same time, it's like he's, it's basically like if he's still searching for himself, although he feels like he has found himself. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting. That is what I'm getting, sweetie. I'm sorry, I feel like changing colored glasses just at this moment, so hold on. Let's go pink. All right, so, ooh, I like these. Let me go and see the work situation all together and see what we can, kind of get and what's coming out, all right? He's trying to find his place. That's basically what it is, but I am going to take out the cards for you, but that's what I was getting into the energy earlier. It's like he has a lot of stress that is around him. He likes his job, he enjoys his job, but he doesn't feel like he fits in 100 or, like 100%. It's like if it's not as perfect as he thought that it would be, and he's having some difficulties with that is what I can see. So yes, he does enjoy it, but it's definitely not a perfect kind of a place. Yeah. So hold on. Yeah. So let's go and take out some cards onto his work situation. Is everything all right and concerns? Because that's what I was feeling from the reading earlier today. Yeah. Okay. So, well, here we go. I feel like we're a lot into this place where Mike is definitely carrying some stress around work at this moment, but he's been carrying it around for quite some time. It's just that we kind of carried the transition of the issues that we had at the other place over to this place, but they're still there. Like, it's still there. So It feels like either he's like really under pressure with different responsibilities and kind of navigating some dynamics with different coworkers and management that kind of leave him just drained, just really drained. The good news is that I don't feel like it's something that's going to be overwhelming forever. It's not something that is catastrophic or something that is permanent. It's more like a heavy workload at this moment. It's different heavy expectations that are weighing onto him, but I feel like it's grabbing onto his emotional level at the same time. So you don't need to be overly concerned, but it does explain why sometimes he needs that space and he needs to go quiet. It's not always about you. Sometimes it's about him and reflecting and finding his own space. So I feel like he's trying to process and to handle everything, but deep down, your love and your energy, they do help him cope with a lot of this. So even if he doesn't always say so, his biggest challenge is balancing work and stress with his personal life. But I feel like he's learning not to let it kind of affect your relationship too much. So he's trying his very best, but it's a different environment, and it's a difficult transition because he doesn't have all his answers. And until he has all his answers, it's like he's not completely settled. So it's like if it's just draining, like sucking the energy out of him, if you will. Let me go see about yeah. Oh, the video is frozen? Oh. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Thank you. Yeah, I was looking at your question. Okay, hold on. At least you can hear me. Okay, I fixed it. You should be seeing me again. It should be good. Okay, perfect. Oh my God. Oh, la. Thank you for letting me know. I'm not always looking into the chat. I look like at the questions. I'm in PayPal and I get caught up into my world. And then at the end, I look at the chat to see what you said. Honestly, I should look more often. All right. So really what I'm trying to say is mainly, I feel like his main issue at this moment is really something that is about, like, I feel like it's affecting you, his job, but it's his distance and everything is not just towards his emotional issues and not being able to express himself. It's about him having this like overload altogether. And that's what is really, really draining him in so many ways. So is he going to be able to stick around? I feel like there will be progress. I feel like there will be confidence. But like, I don't necessarily feel like it's going to be happening right away. I feel like before he really gets clarity and feels like he's got his 2 feet settled in, we're talking October, November. It could go all the way to December until he really knows where he's going and what's going on with this. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting place to be into. It is. I do believe that he will be able to. So, yeah. Yeah, we need to remain patient altogether, sweetie. We do. Let me just go and get your other questions over here. And then the restaurant thing. Yeah, we're going to go and look at the restaurant thing. All right. Anna and Mimi are next. So Anna, Mimi, and Big Cleo is what I have into the list for the moment, okay? Into our sweetie pies. Here we go. All right, here we go. So let's go and see. Just 1 second. the sushi thing altogether, Sweetie Pie. Yes, I do feel like he is reminiscing about your first date and the feeling of the excitement and the connection that he had with you. Now, food, especially sushi and restaurants, seem to act like anchors, if you will, for his memories of you. It takes him kind of right back to that place at that beginning where there's butterflies and there's chemistry and there's the how natural it really felt being with you. But I also feel like it represents how he enjoys those little rituals with you of love, eating together, sharing those little bites, laughing, and really just kind of bonding. I'm actually gonna have to say over here, just one second over here. Hold on a second. I really feel like over here, this is really about different little things, bonding over something so simple yet something very intimate. So I kind of feel like when sushi kind of comes on up for him, it's like a symbol of your beginning and a reminder of why he's really just kind of drawn to you so deeply. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to say work for him is very, very overwhelming. I feel like it's weighing upon him an awful lot. I don't feel like it's alarming at all. I feel like he does need some space to kind of balance things out. But as for the restaurant, the sushi, the vibe seems like it's pure. It seems like it's romance. It seems like it's tied to memories of your first date and the way that you really actually made him feel like safe and excited and really just full of hope. So I see it into a beautiful way. Absolutely. Just one second. Just one moment. All right. Does that make any sense, sweetie? Does that make sense to you, sweetie pie? I will see you a little bit later, sweetie. Just one moment over here. Okay, hold on. Hi, Anna Lynn. You're next. I'm coming on back to you, sweetie. Just one tiny little second. I just have to check something on out. Just one moment. All right. So, my beautiful Anna, let's go see who we with. We are with our beautiful Anna, and Anna is going to be at 30 minutes, and you had a newfie kind of a day, right? Let's go see. All right. And here we go. It is my pleasure, sweetie. Let's go and see for our beautiful Anna. Let me go and see your questions. All right, so Anna, sweetie. All right. And here we go. Now he unfollowed you, right? Ooh, la 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 la. All right. And you didn't say or do anything to your defense. All right. So what happened? Why did you do that? Why? Why did he do that? So why did he unfollow you on Instagram? Is he trying to get a reaction from you after he unfollowed you? All right. Okay. So just one moment. Let me do this. He's definitely upset and you didn't do anything. Okay. It's like he's wanting to take control. You know, yesterday when we were talking about it and we were saying, I feel like he's probably, like he is trying to get a lot of a reaction out of you, but he's probably not going to be following on through because he's a little pig-headed altogether. I feel like he's just trying to make things a little bit chaotic altogether. He's trying to show that he's a boss. He knows what he wants and how he's actually following on through with it. I'm going to say, I feel like the fact that he's unfollowing you feels like it's like I said, it's about him taking possession. It's about him taking power. It's about him showing who he is. I feel like it's less about his disinterest, but it's more about control. It's more about emotion. It's a little bit likely, if you will, his way of expressing frustration or confusion, but without actually having to verbalize it. He doesn't want to talk about it. If he talks about it, he knows very well that you can say something and then you're going to have a discussion and then everything is going to happen from there. So, I feel as though he feels hurt, he feels uncertain, and when he feels hurt and when he feels uncertain and he doesn't necessarily want to open the dialogue because then he's going to feel like he's vulnerable, what he's actually doing is he's retreating himself. He's creating that distance in different kind of ways. So like unfollowing you. So it's not so much that he doesn't want to see you. No, it's more like he doesn't know how to handle what he's feeling. So he's using a silent action to kind of make a statement. That's what he's doing. It's like blocking. Blocking is sending out a statement. Ghosting is sending out a statement. This is for him somewhat of an emotional testing. That's what he is doing. All right, so is he trying to get a reaction from you? Let's go see. All right. So is he trying to get a reaction from you, and what does he want? And you didn't say anything. You don't know why he's upset at you for, that's it, right? All you said, you're sorry if you misread things between you guys because you thought he was interested, right? And that's it. He could correct his assumption. Oh, he definitely could. Because at the end, you kind of felt like a wrong impression that he's not into you like you are towards him. No, I feel like he is as interested into you as you are towards him. The only difference is that I feel as though he is more onto a non-committal kind of involvement at this moment. And he probably feels that you want something that's a little bit more. That's where the disconnection kind of happened. And so I kind of feel like he's a little bit using this reason, if you will, to kind of just run away a little bit because he feels like it's going to become a little bit complicated. So that's what he's doing. It's not that he doesn't care. It's not that he's not passionate. It's not that he's not interested. He just doesn't want to offer to you what you might want to offer to him at this moment. Just not the right timing at the right place. And that's what's actually happening with it. Yeah. But he definitely could, but he wouldn't, because if he actually corrected and he actually said something, that would bring up a conversation. He doesn't want to bring up a conversation, my love. My beautiful, if he brings up a conversation, that means that he's going to end up saying something, and then you're going to actually have a conversation. Into a conversation, he'll end up being open, he'll end up being vulnerable, and he might end up actually saying something that he didn't necessarily want to say. And that he is afraid of. So let's go see. Is he trying to get a reaction from you? Is he trying to get a reaction from you? What does he want? He kind of wants both of them. So there is an element of him wanting a reaction. It's like he wants you to notice, to wonder about him, even kind of reach on out. Now, deep down, I feel like he wants reassurance that you still care. That his absence onto your feed doesn't erase the feelings. It doesn't. So the reaction that he's hoping for, it's not anger. He's not hoping for you to be super angry and upset and no. He wants you to be curious. He kind of wants you to a little bit kind of spy onto him, do a little gentle check-in or a little validation. May it not be on Instagram, may it be on whatever platform, may it be by phone, may it be by email. But I don't feel like he wants to admit outright that he needs this from you. That's where his main problem is. He's got an issue with vulnerability. You know, when you said yesterday, I told him he should go and get some help. You're absolutely right. He needs help. So, I mean, he kind of hides this underneath his silence and, subtle little moves altogether. So honestly, at this moment, his intentions towards you, they're conflicted, but they're not closed off. Part of him wants to keep you within reach, but another part of him kind of struggles with the vulnerability and with the pride. What the heck do you do with that, right? It feels like he wants you to miss him, to feel his absence, so he can feel more certain of your value for him. But this is not about you proving to him anything. This is where it's all wrong. So he's not trying to end things completely. It's more like if he's testing the waters, he's pulling back to see if you're going to step on forward into some kind of way, if you're going to chase him, if you will. So his intentions are tied to wanting the closeness, but being afraid of putting his heart fully onto the line, because ultimately he's afraid of commitment. So he basically unfollowed you as a way to create the distance and to see how you'd respond. Now, he does want a reaction from you, but like I said, it's more of a reassurance and more of a proof that you still care, that you still kind of want this. But his intentions are not, clean cut. It's not what it is. He is into a mist of emotional waters. It's like going to hit the Titanic, quite frankly. His heart is not, and his emotions are way too chaotic, not into the right place. So he is drawn to you, but he doesn't know what to do with all of this. That's where the main issue is. It's a problem. He is something else. He does need help. He needs help. You're absolutely right. Oh my God. Sweet Lord. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I am going to give you some notes because why not? Let's go forward with it. Let's go with the blunt cards. Okay. I feel like the blunt can be good. Oh, you can definitely help, Honson. You can definitely help. I think we all want to help Annalyn at this moment. Okay, so, you see, I know that you're the one that I do want to spend, my time with and my life with. I'm much more emotional than I show because he doesn't want to show his darn vulnerability. I really do miss you. I can't let go of you, can't let go of the past. Oh, other peoples are trying to tell him what to do. Look at that. Oh my God. And I'm into a dark place. Spirit, send me some light. I'm going to say send me some counseling. That being said, my love, you might have dodged a bullet, sweetie. You might have. Oh, my dear gosh. Let me know if you have any other questions, sweetie pie. All right. I know. Send him some. You said send him to me, Annalyn. Yes, I studied psychology. Send him over to me. I will put him into the right place for you. You just let me know where you want him. I will do guided counseling. I will put him exactly where we need him to be. Maybe a little bit of mental conditioning, but hey, if you don't say it, I won't. I'm meanwhile gonna go and see Mimi. Yeah. We're gonna just keep this our little secret, right? And into the meanwhile, if you need additional help, Juanson's willing to use the hammer and the other tool that I'm not going to mention. Okay. In the meanwhile, it's Mimi's turn. And Big Cleo is up next. All right. Because he was praising about being honest and loyal, right? And yet he's not. It is a facade. He wants to be loyal, and that's what he wants because he wanted you to believe that that's the way that he is. But it's a facade. It's a complete lie. Like, he's a sham. No, he's not a sham into a sham. It is something that he does want, that he's kind of projecting upon you. But it's not something that he wants at this moment. It's something he desires for the future, but he's not ready to accept it at this moment, which is like a world of difference. Mm-hmm. All right, Mimi. Me. I gotta go into my email. Yeah, I do. You're into my email. Here we go. Hey, this is not that long, but it's a Scrabble game. It's a Scrabble game, Mimi. Let's go forward with it. I used to play with my sister. Yeah, I used to play with my sister. Oh, gosh. Okay, here we go. So, Mimi, there's a lot going on, but there's always a lot going on into your life. So let's go see. There's a lot going on. Well, there's a lot going on in everybody's life. It's just that you're aware of different things and you focus on different things. So let's go and see where your awareness and where your focus is, and let's try to refocus everything. Why don't we? Okay, about MTCH and the meeting with the volunteers all together. Let's go and see. La 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 la. Okay, sweetie pie. It feels like the meeting wasn't directly focused on you in a harmful kind of way. Though I kind of feel like the energy was a little bit indirectly present. I feel like MT may be mentioning you a little bit more, but it's not necessarily with bad intent. I do have to say that. It's more like if she wants to appear a little bit closer to you, a little bit more knowledgeable about you at the same time in front of others. So it could be a little bit of her way of gaining trust or positioning herself, if you will. The motive doesn't feel like it's entirely pure. Like there's a sense of her wanting to play both sides. So sometimes friendly, sometimes cautious. And I feel like CH, on the other hand, has a more critical nature, but it doesn't feel like it's a direct attack right now. So the volunteers, I feel, are more natural, or not natural, neutral. That sounds better. Or natural neutral. It could have different correlations. So while I kind of feel like your trust issues are valid, nothing strongly like harmful is actually surfacing at this time. Now, if we actually go and see what's happening with Joel. Well, let's go see. Okay. All right, so Joel, what is happening? He seems to feel like a nice soft energy towards you. Almost like you bring a bit of lightness and curiosity into his days. The small chats that you've actually kind of made him feel seen, they make him feel like he is seen, but also make him feel like he is somewhat connected. So right now I feel like his thoughts of you, they're very gentle, they're very friendly, with a beautiful spark, I'm going to say, of interest. Now, I don't necessarily feel as though he fully knows how to express that interest at this moment, but he does enjoy your presence, and he does enjoy the conversations that are slowly kind of opening on up. So, yeah. If we move on forward to what's happening with Brian, you get a lot of men into your life, sweetie. You got a lot of men, Here we go. And hey, when I say go forward with it, find the very best one, sweetie. Shop until you drop. My mom used to say it all the time. I'm going to use it for men. Shop until you drop. Shop until you find the right one. About Brian, I feel like he's still keeping a close watch onto you. Now, the fact that he views your photos quickly, it's not something that's random. It still shows that he has you onto his mind and that he wants to stay somewhat connected, even if it's into a silent kind of a way. His current thoughts, I feel, are more about you and about the connection, even though they do feel like they're really, really quite tender, almost a little bit nostalgic. So he does miss you, even if he doesn't always act upon it openly. Deep down, he does carry those feelings of curiosity and love towards you. That what if? So I feel as though he is he actually planning to come on back soon? His energy shows hesitation. It's not quite a yes, it's not quite a no. On one hand, I feel like he longs for the closeness, but doesn't really want the bond to fully disappear neither. On the other hand, I feel like the reality of his situation, so being married, kind of holds him a little bit back. And this is why the cycle between you two kind of feels a little bit unfinished. So it's like an invisible string that keeps pulling you back into each other's orbit. So your intention is right. The connection hasn't ended, and another round of interaction is definitely going to be happening altogether. So before I give you some notes, what you need to remember by everything that I have said, you can sense that both of the bonds that you have mentioned to me, so may it be Joel, may it be Brian, they're both very much alive. Now, even if circumstances are kind of complicated between them, with Brian, the story is not fully closed. With Joel, there's a lightness, and it could grow. It could grow. With MT and CH, if we go towards work, well, you need to stay cautious, but don't let fear kind of steal your pace, or don't let fear steal your pace, but don't let it steal your pace and peace, all right? Spirit is kind of guiding you over here to trust with your heart, but without rushing, sweeties. So, it's okay. Just take your time, know that you're protected, and just go, one step at a time, my love. I am going to give you tonight, and we're going to do different. We're going to go with a general universe message, all right? Because we've already talked about man. Let's go towards, although you didn't talk to me about Harry. Trust that everything is unfolding now is aligning with you for your highest good. Release the fear and the doubt because your path is being guided and protected. And love, abundance, and clarity are already making their way towards you. So beautiful, love. I am sending you much sweet love. You just realize your ring, Lisa. Is it a rose quartz? I don't know. It's a Swarovski. I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know. I bought it at Swarovski. I don't know nothing else. I liked it. I bought it. I don't know. I don't believe that it is rose quartz. It is a crystal, but I would say no. Yeah. So maybe. It could be. I have no idea. It was nice. It could be. It could be. I know. It's me. It's a me kind of thing. Kind of feel like I'm talking about, yeah, Love Shine. Love Shine must be around. I'm talking about me. Okay, we're going to go and see Big Cleo. I'm just going to log myself back in and go and get the questions. All right. All right. Okie dokie. And then I'm going to go and see you, Juanson. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Actually, no. Before I go see Mimi, I'm going to go see Stephanie. Yeah, let's put Stephanie back over here. And then I'm going to go and then I'm going to go see Big Cleo, not Mimi. Stephanie, here we go. Let me go and do your other question. All right. It's all good. You're going to be up in just a second, my beautiful Big Cleo. I'm just going to answer Stephanie's follow-up question. So Jonathan's current feelings and intentions for you. You are, my beautiful Big Cleo. You are. So Jonathan's current feelings and intentions for you. All right. For the moment, I'm definitely going to say for you, King of Cups, King of Swords. For the moment, he wants to stay into his Emperor energy where he is considering his feelings, him and himself, nothing else. All right. I don't feel like he's into a place where he is ready or wanting to make any decisions, neither. So but I'm going to say for you onto this one, I feel as though quite strongly, my sweetie pie, that we're a little bit into a place where we're a little bit into a place where I don't see all that much movement coming from him for this moment. His intentions are kind of wanting to, I'm going to say, into a certain way, my beautiful sweetie pie. He's into a place where he's curious about you, but he's not necessarily ready to make any movement. He's very passionate about you, but again, he's not making the movement. So I'm going to say for this moment, my beautiful love, what I can see for you is this. His intentions are to kind of keep you into his sphere, into his world, but not necessarily get into a relationship with you. So I'm going to say for the moment, stagnation, sweetie, stagnation. We have interests, we have wants, we have desires, but we're not necessarily ready to bring all that on forth, not ready to kind of stabilize ourselves. And because we're not ready to do that, what seems to be coming on through is only toxicity. So it's, sexual energy. It's wanting to take your time, wanting to use your time, wanting to be around you because of your beauty, because of who you are, what you have to offer, but not necessarily returning the same favor in return. So I do want you to be very careful for that. I feel like at this moment, it is very much one-sided, my love. So be very careful. I'm going to say a one-sided relationship for the moment. It could end up opening on up to something else. It could, sweetie. But for the moment, I'm going to say it's one-sided. So if it's good for you, take it. If it's not good for you, don't take it. Just let it be. Just let it be. Yes, it's complicated right now, Stephanie. It is. Let me know if you have any other questions, sweetie. Let's go see our beautiful big Cleo. You let me know if you have any other questions, okay? Here we go, big Cleo. Let's go see. All right. Here we go. All right. No, I don't need you to, my beautiful love. I have you into the, I have you into PayPal, sweetie. Actually, by the time I go and get into PayPal, I'm going to put you at 106. So when P went live on yesterday, did he see your messages on the screen or did he not? As there were just too many messages coming on in. Okay, let me take this on out. So We're going to start with question number 1, sweetie pie. Here we go. So, when P went live yesterday, did he see your message on the screen or did he not, as there were just too many messages coming on through? The Lovers, our Knight of Wands, reverse position, sweetie. Our King of Cups, our 10 of Cups, reverse. No, he did not, my love. He did not. 10 of Cups reverse, Knight of Wands reverse, the Sun reverse. If he would have, then he would have answered you. There's no doubt about it. So, yes, there were a lot of messages, but did he see your message? I'm going to say no, sweetie. No. It's a no onto my end. And I'm going to go and answer it with the pendulum right away, because after that you're going to ask about something that is other. All right, so here we go. All right, so when P went live online yesterday, did he see your message onto the screen? That is a no. Let me ask it another question. If he did see it onto the screen, would he have answered? Would he have acknowledged it? Okay. So it is a no, he did not see it. If he would have seen it, then he would have acknowledged it. All right. Let's switch on up to decks. Let's go over here. Did he see your Facebook page onto the 3rd of September or early dawn? All right. We do have the World. We do have the Star. We do have our King. He did. Onto that date, I feel as though he did, but he didn't often, my love. Did you notice that there was not necessarily a lot of movement towards your page altogether? I feel like onto the 3rd of September altogether, and I'm going to go and see onto the beginning of the 4th of September. I feel like onto the 3rd, maybe he went like maybe once. Not because he didn't want to, but I feel like he was not able to go any more times. So I will say a once, but I am, however, going to go and see also for, and I'm going to come and see into the chat if you're writing anything. I'm into your questions on PayPal at this moment. I'm going to go see the dawn of the 4th, all right? Okay. Okay. The 4th into morning seems like it is more predominant than it actually is onto the 3rd. So what I'm going to say to you over here is I feel as though onto the third, it might have been like maybe once, but into the actual dawn, I feel like then we went, I'm going to say approximately 2 times. So I will say a 2 times towards onto the beginning of the fourth, but a once onto the third. Does that make any sense to you? And I'm going to go and validate within the tarot cards. Hi, Julie, sweetie. I'm going to be with you in just a few moments. Okay, my love? And thank you for your donation, sweet love. Just stick around. I'll be with you. Not so much movement. That's it. No. Onto the third, I see like once. And then onto the fourth, I see like more movement. So like maybe 2, maybe 3 times. So that would give you a total between the third and the fourth of about 3 times, maybe 4. But I'm going to go and see with the pendulum. Exactly. Both in combination is going to give you between 3 and 4. Onto the third, I see like once. But onto the fourth, I see like 2 times. So let's go see what the pendulum has to say. All right. So on to the third and the fourth. How many times approximately did he go to look at the page? Now the board is a little bit slightly changed in position, so do be very careful for that. All right, I am getting over here between the third and the fourth, so I'll say third and fourth, my love. Yes. So no, not too much. Well, there was more today at dawn than there was actually than there was yesterday. Yeah, there was more at the dawn today than there was yesterday, sweetie pie. Yes. Yesterday, what I could see onto the, well, yes, for your yesterday, yes, because you're like a day in advance. Yesterday was more than the previous, absolutely. One day I'm getting about 1 time, and the following I'm getting like 2 to 3 times. So yes. Hi, High Priestess. How are you doing, sweetie? It is nice to see you, my love. Hold on just one moment. Okay. So Julie and High Priestess. Julie, let me know if you're here. And then we're going to be with High Priestess. And Juanza and Loeth, we're going to be closing in 7 minutes for tonight, okay? All right, so let's do this. After High Priestess, we also do have our, I'm just going to write myself a new list. We have High Priestess, we have High Priestess, and we have Avon. Thank you, my beautiful loves. As for you, my beautiful Julie, sweetie, let's go and dive on in. Yes. What do you need to work on onto that, right? I'm actually going to say for you over here, I do feel like Mike does feel that he has to kind of grow, if you will, and earn his chance to step fully into the role of your partner. For him, it's about proving himself that he can meet you onto an equal ground, that he's strong, that he's reliable, that he's emotionally ready to actually give you the love that you deserve. Now, this energy is more about his own inner work than about testing you in any kind of a way. So he doesn't feel like you need to prove or to earn his love in any kind of way. It's not about you. This is really about him. However, I feel like what he hopes for is something that goes both ways. So reciprocity, meaning that he loves when he feels your openness, when he feels your patience, and when you believe into him. But these things reassure him that you see his efforts and that you're going to hold that space for him as he kind of grows on through. So if there's anything that you could actually do to work on, if you will, it's more about maintaining the balance within yourself. So it's about staying grounded into your energy. It's about being patient. It's about not letting fear or doubt kind of creep on in when moments are a little bit more quiet. He's very sensitive to your energy, so he kind of gathers that energy of uncertainty. So when you're calm and when you're trusting, he feels safe to actually move on closer. So Spirit is showing that the love between you two, it's not about earning each other. That's not what it's about. It's about choosing each other, and it's about walking that path of growth together, because you're growing and he's growing. You're letting go of past, issues and relationships and fears and all those things, and so is he. So he already sees you as this light into his life, as somebody that he does not want to lose. So honestly, you just need to continue doing what you're doing at this moment, but with a little bit less stress. You don't have to earn his love, all right, sweetie? You simply have to radiate what you have to give, and you do that beautifully all together. So just stay aligned with your inner peace, with your trust. Continue to shine through your strength, and he's naturally going to rise on up to come and meet you, sweetie. No pressure, but just simply because he loves you, my love. As easy as it is. The only difficult part is we have to wait for him. That's the only difficult part. Hi, my beautiful Joy. How are you doing, sweetie? Nice to see you. Hold on. We are going to finish on up over here with Big Cleo. Just 1 second, sweetie. We're going to put Big Cleo at 119. And then we have High Priestess, Yvonne, and Joy. All right? Yes, my beautiful Julie. You have to continue to be grounded. So what are P's feelings and intentions towards you? And will he really confess to you one day? Oh, socks and a hot meal, Joy. Why not? Why not? It sounds good. It sounds like it's winter time and autumn and the hot meal. All right, so I'm going to say for you, my beautiful Big Cleo, the intentions at this moment in time. We have intentions where we are curious about you, sweetie. We are. But I feel like at the very same time, we're like just not ready to come on out with it. We don't necessarily want to tell you about how, interested we are into a sexual kind of a way. We're not really readily available to actually give you, and show you, to express to you that love. But do we ultimately want it? And do we desire it? Well, that we do. Would we actually like to work towards this together? We do. Are we actually going to end up working together also with our Chariot? Yes. So I'm going to say the intentions are to slowly gain a certain comfortability where we're going to be able to reach on out towards you and really move things forward into a loving, a sweet, kind of beautiful way. Those are the intentions that he has at this moment. Is he ready to actually actualize them at this moment? No, he's not. But is he wanting to? Yes, he is. So it's more of a question of actual timing than anything else. Watson, I see your pumpkins and I like your pumpkins. Is it the first time you got pumpkins, or were pumpkins out yesterday? I don't know. Yeah. So will he really confess to you one day? We're going to go and see. Okay. So I am getting over here the Magician. He's not going to be confessing at this moment, but our beautiful Empress is popping on through. Also do have our beautiful Ace of Swords. So will he confess to you? Yeah, he will. Will he make things just? Will he make things right with you? Yes, he will. Is he looking towards a future with our Three of Wands? Also. So, sweetie, I will say he will confess and he will make things right towards you. Thank you, my beautiful High Priestess. You are definitely going to be on up next. I will be with you in just a few moments, my love. Let's go and move on forward over here. So let me just go like this. Let's go like this. I'm going to go and see. Yes, I'm going to start by asking the question. So, do we have intentions of confessing our love towards Big Cleo? That is a yes. Do we have beautiful feelings of love towards Big Cleo? Do we have good intentions of moving on forward into a committed relationship with Big Cleo? Could you please give me somewhat of a time frame when this confession will happen, please, in numbers? Please give me numbers. I'm going to be between 2 and 4. So, and it's not 2 to 4 weeks. I'm going to say 2 to 4 months. So I would say from here till Christmas, my love, into a time frame for you. It's my pleasure, sweetie. Hi, Kristen. How are you doing, love? Beautiful Big Cleo. You're going to have a little bit of patience over here, but things are going to work on through into the best way. Okay? They will, my love. They will, sweetie pie. They will, sweetie. I've been good. How have you been, my love? I'm going to move on forward and go and see High Priestess. So just one moment, and my beautiful Big Cleo, I'm going to send you much love. It's so weird to see all these handles. It is nice to see you, Kristen. I'm doing good. Let me know how you have been doing. Just one second. I'm just going to get myself some water. I'm going to be with you, okay? Yes, you can, Kristen. So I'm just going to go get myself some water, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so just one second, sweetie. High Priestess is going to be next, followed out by Yvonne. Je vais garder ma porte ouverte, chouette. I am back. All right, here we go. So here we go. I'm just gonna redo the list. All right. Okay. So HP, my love, your turn. All right. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, High Priestess, let's go forward with it. Beautiful picture, my beautiful Kristen. You changed your picture. Okay, here we go. Okay. You have another interview with, okay, you didn't apply for this. You applied for a different location, but a different position, but they shared a resume with the other location. How's this interview going to go? Okay, let's go and see. Let's go and see. All right. Okay, so we're going to start on off over here with the interview. By the way, Yvonne is next, so Yvonne, let us know if you're here. Joy and Kristen. And theoretically, we should be closed by now, unless one of our usual pops on through. So I'm not going to say the name of the company. I'm going to keep that hush-hush. But as for the interview altogether, I actually feel like it's actually quite positive. I do. I feel like even though you didn't necessarily apply directly for the position, Spirit is showing that this company definitely did like and did see a lot of qualities that you could bring to the company that would fit well, if you will, for the experienced manager role, which means that they're already viewing you as somebody who has leadership, who has customer feed kind of strengths or focus strengths. The interview itself, I feel, looks like it's going to flow really quite smoothly. I feel like you're going to have a chance to express onto your creativity, onto your organization skills. How you connect necessarily with people is going to be really important for them also. I need you to stay confident and I need you to stay open because you're already being recognized for the qualities that you have. And so internally, they already really, really do like you. And that is a really, really good sign. So I'm actually going to say the interview is going to go really well. I kind of feel like this position could be offered to you at this moment. It's really going to be up to you if you actually want it or not. Now, the energies can change depending on the people who are going to go to it or not, who's going to be interviewing you. But for the moment, I feel like this is a solid opportunity for you that could be good if you do wish to actually accept it. As for the job search in Florida, New York City, and West Coast altogether, let's go and see. We have our High Priestess. We also have our Seven of Cups, our Six of Pentacles, our Wands, and our Swords. Honestly, I feel like you're right to notice that stability hasn't landed where you currently are, because I kind of feel like the universe is a little bit, if you will, gently nudging you to expand your horizons. Now, I feel like Southern Florida, New York City kind of carry a lot of competitive, kind of fast-paced energy. New York especially looks like it's opportunities in creative industries like networking, all those kind of things. Now, Florida, I feel is lighter. I feel like it's lighter. I feel like the roles might support a better lifestyle and a better lifestyle balance for you. The West Coast could be good also, because I feel like that has more aligned energy for you within growth, within new beginnings, within new stability. So basically, if you are looking for a little bit of a rank, I'm going to say the West Coast, Florida, are a little bit onto the same level. I'm going to say New York, maybe onto the last one, although none of them are really bad. I'm going to say that's a little bit where we're going to be putting them. Spirit is definitely saying to not limit yourself, because a surprise opening could definitely show up into the place that you know, least actually saw it happening towards you. So just don't limit yourself, my love. It's when we start limiting ourselves that we end up putting all different kind of barriers in places where they shouldn't be. A little bit of a universe message for you. All right. So the interview we looked at is going to go fairly well. A little bit up to you at this moment if you want it or if you don't. Different places we looked at. I mentioned Florida. New York is last. The West Coast is definitely into play. I feel like you have been presented with a lot of, I'm going to say, not failures, a lot of things that you did not necessarily like, but they're actually redirections towards your true path where you should be. So Spirit really wants you to know that you're not unemployed, you're in transition. We need to see it from a different perspective. This phase is, if you will, teaching you adaptability, and it's also teaching you trust. So the universe is guiding you towards a role and a location where you're going to feel both the stability, but also the expansion. So not just one or the other. You need to trust that the doors are already open and behind the scenes for you. So your task at this moment now is to keep your energy clear, to keep it confident, and to remain into I'm going to say an opening, if you will, to relocating if the right opportunity actually comes on in for you. So just remember all of this. There is nothing that is blocking you. Every single thing is open. It's entirely up to you to go and choose the one that is the best for you. Yeah. Let me know if you have any other questions or This down period experience right now confirmed that you need to stop searching for things where you just end up back into this. You have to stop the cycle. You definitely do, my love. Yeah, the cycle has got to end, sweetie pie. All right, you let me know if there's anything else, and you go for it, sweetie. You're a queen. You know you are. You're not a queen. You're a high priestess, my love, which is absolutely beautiful in itself. All right. So I am going to go and see over here our beautiful Yvonne. Let's go over here for Yvonne. I also need to know if Joy is here and if Kristen. I believe Kristen is here and I believe Joy is also, but we are going to put over here a message for Yvonne. So for anybody else who has not already donated, the donations are closed for tonight, but come on, unless you're one of our, soul family members that is and has been with us forever, come back tomorrow into our usual time and we'll be with you guys with beautiful, renewed and fresh energy. All right. You're just waiting on the door to open up elsewhere, that you've been banging on the door. You need to kick the door sometimes. Sometimes it's not just banging, bang and kick. Sometimes you got to do both. Okay, so hold on. Let me just go and see over here what we've got for Yvonne. Alrighty. And then Joy and Kristen. What do you need to know from the tarot messages from spirits and ancestors? All right, here we go. So here we go for our beautiful Yvonne. I think I put a timestamp, didn't I? Let me go see. No, I didn't. I wrote it, but I didn't put it. Okay, so 1:40:30. Alrighty, so here we go. Sweetie pie. All right. Hold on. Here we go. A message from the Tarot Spirit and Ancestors. All right. I feel like your guides at this moment are kind of showing to you that you're a little bit into a period of realignment, my love. I feel like they actually want you to know that everything that you've gone through recently, even I'm going to say the setbacks, is a little bit of a part of preparing you for stronger foundations that are going to be ahead for you. I feel like the message that needs to come on through over here is a message of resilience, that you're protected and you're being guided, but towards the stability. Even if it doesn't feel that way every single day, the ancestors are asking you to take time to ground yourself for the simple, I'm going to say, practices of just sitting quiet, writing your thoughts, thinking, connecting with nature, hearing the whispers that might be coming towards you into a more natural or more clear kind of a way. I feel like you're being reminded that you're not alone, that you are being encouraged to trust your intuition and to not settle for anything less than what you actually do deserve, my love. So if you've been settling lately, don't settle. Stand your ground. If you haven't been necessarily connecting, connect. Reconnect. Find that beautiful place again. Andrew's thoughts about you last week. All right. From what I can see over here for you, last week I feel like the thoughts were mixed between, I'm going to say reflection, but I'm also going to say curiosity. He does feel like a pull towards you, like he replays those different moments or conversations that you've had into his mind, but there's a sense of him thinking about what if, maybe even a little bit considering what could happen moving on forward. But at the same time, I feel like this person is being really, really quite cautious. So there's a lot of managing emotions and managing a little bit the situation to figure out what to actually do. I feel like you've been a presence onto this person's mind into a meaningful way, into somewhat of an attached kind of a way, but we don't really know what to do with it. As for the actions, I feel as though they're going to be subtle. You're not really going to see all that much, my love. I feel like it's more of behind the scene kind of an energy. Like this person's not going to be taking any bold physical steps towards you. I feel like it's more something of watching or observing or maybe even testing the waters. But I feel as though Andrew is actually really just kind of pacing himself. So there is that genuine interest in staying connected and moving forward. And I do see different type of potential for more communication, but more, I'm going to say, patience is going to be needed. And I feel as though we need to have like a different timing and maybe even different type of circumstances before anything kind of aligns itself between the connection that you guys have at this moment. A message from Spirit for you. You are divinely guided. You need to trust that every connection to your life has a beautiful purpose, whether to teach, to heal, or to uplift you. Your worth is not measured by someone else's action. It is already beautiful and whole as it is. I'm going to go and see our beautiful Joy. And my beautiful Yvonne, you let me know if there's anything else. Okay, sweetie? You let me know if there's anything else. And hi, my beautiful Carrie, sweetie. So you said, Joy, what's going on, beautiful Joy? Somebody's coming on over for a hot meal and some socks? Yeah, they need to keep warm. And they want to eat. I got different things that I could say with it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep it as it is. Yeah. So how is work going to go into the next few days with the co-workers, customers, and sales, right? Kristen, you are on up next, my love. So thank you for joining back on in. Okay, so how will work go for these next few days this week with co-workers? Yeah. It is nice to see you, Carrie. I'm in PayPal and emails. Yeah, I'm following. It is perfect timing, Kristen. Coworkers is conflictual. It's conflictual. It is. Customers is okay. Customers is okay, sweetie. So how is work going to go for the next few days? It's going to be okay. I'm not going to say you're going to have great sales. I know onto the weekends you ask me, am I going to have some good sales? How's it going to go? So on. And I get you. Yes and no. This week will be better than last week, but it's not going to be the best week. But it will be better. But I feel like you're going to have somewhat of some conflictual type of energy with somebody at work. I don't know who it is. Some employee, somebody around you is kind of giving you a hard time. That's what I can see. It's just like they're giving you a hard time. They don't quite want to say what you want them to say. They don't quite want to do exactly what you want them to do. They're just giving you a hard time to give you a hard time. It's basically what I'm seeing. So thank you, my beautiful Yvonne, sweetie. And I'm sending you much love, my beautiful angel. So yeah. I'm going to say the next few days, they're going to be okay, sweetie. Maybe a couple little conflicts or conflictual type of energies around work. The sales will be better than last week, but not the very best of all. But they will be good. You will be satisfied by it, but you're still going to want more. But whenever you work in sales, you always want more. So that's a little bit of a normality now, ain't it? It kind of is. And just for the fun of it, why don't we go and see what's happening over here with, Let's go see what's happening with Joey. Yeah, because he's coming for a hot meal. And we are talking about food, right? Queen of Pentacles. All right, well, you guys are still into that energy, my love. He's going to come for the hot meal. He's going to come for the fun, but you're still going to remain into the same type of energy where it's going to be for fun. It's going to be excitement. It's going to be everything of, but not still going into something that is love or commitment, but very attracted to you. And it can be a really, really good time. So I say enjoy the meal and enjoy the dessert that goes around with it. And I'm sending you much love, sweetie. I am. Hey, Kristen. Kristen, I'm just going to pop on through over here, my love. And I do know that you do usually like to have timestamps. So let me just go and take a little bit of a peek at it, okay? Kristen. So, yes, absolutely. Hushy, hushy. Here we go for Kristen. You are going to be at 1:49:30. All right, let's be precise. And okay, let's go see. So Kristen, let me go and answer this question for you. I've seen this name before. This person's not new, sweetie. No, they've been into your life before. Because I don't know all that many people who have that name. This is somebody who is related to you. This is somebody who doesn't want to give you commitment, somebody who's staying a little bit afar, yet they want you, but they don't want to tell you that they want you because they don't want to ultimately give you that power. This is somebody who's a little bit intentionally staying a little bit far away. Yeah, that's it. They're relaxing. They're staying into their own little world. That's what I'm seeing. But they have passion. They have desires. They have a lot of things that they want with you, my love. Oh, gosh. Okay, look. This person basically wants to be with you, but doesn't want to acknowledge it and doesn't want to acknowledge it to you. They're acknowledging it within themselves. They already know what they want. They already know what they desire, but they don't clearly want to say it to you. Why don't they want to say it to you? Because if they say it to you, then you're going to acknowledge it back and you're going to want a communication and you're going to want a relationship or a commitment or some movement forward. And they don't want to offer that. They want you with no ties attached. That's where the major problem is. So I'm going to say we're highly interested in you in a million different kind of ways. Oh, we want you. Yes, we do. But we're not ready to commit. No, we're not. No, we're not. But we want you. Oh, yes, we do. Does that make any sense, sweetie pie? I know. What the F, right? I know what the F. We want you. Look, you're Saki, okay? Can you say sexy? You can say sexy. You're sexy, all right? He believes that you're sexually attractive, that you're beautiful. He believes there's a lot of passion. He believes, you know, he has a lot of desires. He has a lot of wants towards you. However, he's not willing to give his full heart, body, and soul towards you at this moment. Therefore, he's playing a game, a little bit of, you know, being non-responsive and being into his own world, into his own head, where we need Hwanson to go and, you know, hit him over the head. That's what we need. Hwanson to go and take his hammer, and there you go. That's it. Is it going to last? Because of the non-commitment, I'm a little bit afraid, but let me go and see. All right, let me go and see. I know, there you go. That's what we need. That's what we need. I know. We need to do we need to do no, I was going to say something I'm not supposed to. How to do with Chucky. I'm not going to get into it. There's way too many Halloween vibes here. Sweetie Pie, basically, I feel like there's a decision that you guys need to make. I feel like he's going to give you just enough. I feel like he might say, oh, we can do this and we can do that, but he's not going to follow through. So unless the energy changes, I will say it's not going to follow on through forever. But it could go through for a little while. It could go through for a little while. It could. It could. Mm-hmm. It definitely could. You're just, that's it. That's it. That's what I was going to say. For the moment, I feel like it's more passion than love. I feel like there's passion, but we don't want to have a commitment. So for the moment, I'll say passion. Yeah. Is what I'm seeing. Mm-hmm. Hwanson, we're going to come and see you, sweetie. So Hwanson. Yeah, it's you, my little ghostly. Here we go. Alrighty. And I don't know what all of that is about. I'm gonna throw that paper out. Okay, wait, I think I need a new paper. I got too many papers going on. Hold on. I need a new one. I need a new one to write my notes on. And Hwanson, I'm coming to see you. But I need to write myself a note for, for tomorrow. Hold on. Because we're going to do this one over here tomorrow for Mimi. Okie dokie. So Hwanson, what do we have, my love? Let me do this and let me go and see how your day went. This and this. Okay. So work was meh. It's been meh. We could continue this conversation into the mess, probably because it was over staff and crowd at work. Not to mention a lot of annoying, oh no, crawling around, oh no. Yeah. So you did see Elizabeth, and she was leaving for the day. She only worked half a day. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I'm going to say at least you did see her, right? So here we go. All right. Sweetie, Spirit is showing that you're stepping into that phase of growth, but also of balance. I feel like the energy around you is one to encourage you to release the old doubts, but also open the door towards fresh opportunities. I feel like this is a time where your intuition is sharper, so I need you to pay close attention to your gut feelings, but also to your synchronicities. So I feel like they're guiding you towards a certain alignment, but I also do see positive changes coming into your day-to-day routines, especially around things that have to do like with clarity, feeling more at peace. I feel like Spirit is reminding you to trust your path, even if it feels like the progress is a little bit slow. It's still leading you forward. In love, I feel like there is that beautiful connection that is there. I feel like there is a deep reflection that is there. I feel as though somebody is holding you very close to your heart, and you know who it is, but I will not mention who it is. I feel like things are quietly, building beneath the surface altogether. But I also feel like this is a time where there's patience that could be, rewarded for you. I feel like this is a time for you to look for something that is long and genuine and lasting. And I feel as though this is about how new doors are going to be opening on up for you, my love. Oops, that's not what I want. And let's go over here. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Well, let's go and see what she has to say towards you. All right. Then we're going to go with the oracle message, and we're going to go with the love messages. All right. So, did she have a stress-free day? I feel as though she basically did, but I like the fact that you ask it. I think it's nice and sweet. I feel like things are calmer for her today. I feel like she still has her own stresses, but I feel like she's into a good mood. I feel like things are going into a comforting kind of a way for her. So I'm going to say it's fairly good today. Her thoughts about you when you guys spoke briefly today, I feel like she was happy. I feel like she was reassured by the connection. I also do feel, though, there was a mix between being happy and a mix of kind of feeling sad. It's kind of interesting. There's like the duality that is there. I'm happy I'm connecting with you and I'm talking with you, but I'm kind of sad because of, So, yeah. But you always bring her that beautiful, calm energy into her space, and it's really important. So I'm going to say she loves the fact that you're always there, that you're always very genuine with her at the same time. Things that she would like to say that she did not say. I feel like she holds back a lot. She keeps things, within herself. She would love to say that, she was really happy to see you today, that you made her day better, or that she enjoys these little beautiful moments together, and that she really wants you to know how much she truly does care for you. So there's a lot of beautiful things that she actually does want to say, but often she doesn't really know how to say them or how to actually move on forward to open on up. It's not always all that easy. You don't always necessarily have the time or the place or the people around, and you know, there's a lot of things that kind of get into the way. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away, and we're gonna move on forward into an angel message. You are worthy of deep love. Don't doubt that the universe hears your heart longing. And release worry. Peace will open the doorway for love to flow in. An oracle message. You're aligning with somebody whose soul truly mirrors your own, so keep walking with the faith. And a reunion of hearts is onto the horizon. Whether in whispers, glances, or words, it will bring clarity towards you. And love messages. I hope that you know how special you are to me. Even when we're apart, I carry you into my thoughts. I never forget how you make me feel. And with you, I truly do feel like I am understood. I know. That being said, my beautiful loves, we are going to end the readings for tonight. I am sending much love out to all of you, and stay safe, be blessed, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Sweet pies. Good night, my loves.